going to run you through making some Precinct Grissini sticks. These are little breadsticks that are perfect on a platter. So first of all, we've got 340 grams of flour. I've used high-grade flour here. If you haven't got that at home, wouldn't be the end of the world with this dough, but you could use, it's probably best with high-grade flour with a yeasted product. We have got 1 teaspoon of salt, or 10 grams of salt, and 10 grams of sugar. We have got 12 grams of yeast and 200 mils of lukewarm water. So now I'm just going to mix this up with a wooden spoon. So I'm just going to mix that around until we get it a little bit coming together. This is a reasonably dry bread dough. Once it's all come together, you can tip it out on the bench, and we're just going to knead it to develop the gluten in the dough for around 10 minutes. If you have got a stand mixer, you can do this process totally in that with the dough hook, and that takes all the hard work out of it. So the process of doing this is really just turning over and moving the bread dough until you've developed the gluten and it becomes all stretchy and smooth. You can see at the moment that it's not at all. It is all lumpy and rough. As we knead that, it will become smooth and elastic. I'm just using the heel of my hand and pushing down, folding it over, turning it round and doing it again. It's a good workout without a mixer. Right, so you can see now that the dough is starting to look nice and soft and much more elastic. Still needs a little bit of work, so if you pull it to bits, pull it apart, it still breaks. But we're getting closer. What we're going to do at this point now is flatten it out and add in some flavourings. So we've got 150 grams of grated Parmesan, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, chili flakes, and some rosemary and chives chopped up. I'm going to put that in and just fold it over and start to mix that in. Might get a little bit messy for a little bit, but it'll eventually work its way through the whole dough. Okay, so we've now got that into a nice dough that is all mixed through with the flavourings, and we're going to put it into a bowl to leave it to rise for about an hour. About an hour. I'll just grease the bowl with some oil, pop it in, and cover it with a clean tea towel, and put it somewhere. Ideally, put it somewhere nice and warm to rise. If you've got an oven that has got a proving cycle, you can put it in that, or in a hot water cupboard, or even in a nice warm position by a heater. I'm just going to put mine over here above the heater, and it's got a little bit of sun shining on it. Okay, we're going to come. This has been sitting here for about 45 minutes or an hour, and you can see it still hasn't risen up like fully to double, but it's nice and soft to touch, and that will be perfectly good for making grissini with. We tip it out onto a bench, and you'll feel it feels so soft and nice now. You can just flatten it down a little bit, and what we're going to do is roll it out, divide it in two so that you've not got quite so much to work with. The other half, you can put your bowl that you've had it rising in over top of it, and that will just stop it from drying out as you're working with this one. Then what we're going to do is roll this out. So roll that out like that, and then you can simply cut along that shape and prepare a tray. Again, spray it with oil. You can use any trays, these ones are quite big, we've got quite a big oven, but any tray that you have at home will be okay. Take the bit that you've cut off the main piece and just roll it out. You don't want this to be too thick because it will puff up as it cooks because it's a yeasted product. You might find it's a little bit long for your tray. You can cut a little bit off and then lay it out like that. And go again with the rest of it. Okay, so you can see here that we've rolled them all out. That was half the dough. So you're going to have quite a bit of dough to work with, and you can do it in batches if you like, if you've only got one tray. We're just going to brush this with olive oil again. So I've sprinkled this with flaky salt and I'm going to put it in the oven. We'll put it in the oven with, I've still got my other lavash cooking, so it's in at 165. That will take probably about 15 to 20, or probably 20 minutes. And you want to cook it until it is golden brown and all dried through so that there's no fresh bits of bread in the middle of the grissini. Okay, we've got these all ready to bring out of the oven. They smell delicious. You can see they're nice and brown and toasty and crispy all the way through.